Hi there, this is Valentine, and I have recently passed the Professional Scrum Product Owner certification. Thank you very much. And I wanted to share a few tips and tricks with you so that you can do the same. Now, let's first get started with what is needed in order to prepare for this exam. First of all, print a Scrum guide and work your way through it. Don't get tricked by the small number of pages. The exam questions are very detailed. Go section by section and underline the key aspects. As the Scrum guide is not very exciting, I do recommend that you take a course either on-site or online. Just to give you a better overview and to make everything more digestible. If you are watching videos on YouTube like this one, make sure that they are rather recent. You see, the Scrum Guide has changed in 2017, and there are still some very popular videos out there that are a bit older and which now unfortunately contain some wrong information. Go to the Scrum glossary as well. You will find it online. Pay close attention to terms like burn down chart, coherence, technical debt, and velocity. Make sure you know what they refer to. Additionally, understanding what functional and non-functional requirements are won't hurt you. Don't forget to print and read the EBM guide as well. For all the resources that I've mentioned, you will find links in the video description. Make sure that you go over these materials multiple times and that you fully understand them. What I don't recommend you doing is reading the Nexus guide, which some people recommend, or going into books. Probably the preparation as it is will anyway take you between 3 and 4 weeks. And this is if you have like a normal job, you're working and have other things to do as well. Adding additional reading material on top of that can overwhelm you. And in my opinion, it's not 100% needed in order to pass this certification. Now, for the product owner role itself, I do recommend that you read more to better understand what it is about. In the meantime, invest some time doing the open assessments. You will have the Scrum Open, the Product Owner Open, and the Developer Open. And do those assignments until you constantly score 100%. Most likely you will get 2 or 3 questions from this set in the real exam. And I know that a lot of the questions are repeating themselves, but try to do them in bulk, try to do multiple sessions at once so that you can get a feeling of how it is. Additionally, try to put a time pressure on you. Your goal is to finish 20 questions in about 10 to 11 minutes. So make sure that you are a bit under stressed when you're doing the open assessments or when you're doing mock questions in general. Apart from the open assessments, I do recommend that you look into some other mock exam questions as well. Some are free, some are paid. Regardless if they are free or paid, the quality does vary. So it is important that you always have a critical eye and that you look at every question and every answer. And if there's something that you don't understand, do your own thinking. And try to figure out which one is the correct answer based on the Scrum guide or the other references that I have mentioned. Now let's move on to some exam tips. My advice is to simply take the exam and get over it. There's no purpose in doing hundreds and hundreds of mock exam questions and filling your entire day with it. This is not really the point. If you think you have a good understanding of the Scrum guide and you have done some mock exam questions, your open assignments are scored with 100%, then you will most likely do fine in the real exam as well. When you're taking the exam, be fresh. Don't do the exam in a day which you already had some prep questions. I like to do my exams always early in the morning so that I'm refreshed, but it's totally up to you. Try at least in the day when you're taking the exam to do something else before that. Maybe you want to go shopping, maybe you want to do something else. Try to get your mind off the exam because it's important for your mind to be rested and not stressed. Ensure that your laptop has enough battery, that you are in a quiet environment, and take with you some small snacks, a glass of water, and a piece of paper and a pen. Make sure that you have everything you need on the table near you. There is really not a lot of time for anything else other than questions. The interface when you'll be taking the exam is pretty similar to the one where you do the open assessments. If you're unsure about a question, write down the number of the question on paper so that you can later revisit it. Don't go crazy with a number of questions that you want to revisit. You will not have enough time. So typically you want to have about 5 to 10 questions that you will revisit. And this is only if you manage to have enough time and if you do proper time management. The website where you're taking the exam is a bit slow and it will take typically about 3 seconds for each question to load. So this will set you back with about 4 minutes of your precious time just by loading questions. And again, this reminds me of you don't have time. You will be under pressure and you will be a bit stressed, and for whatever reason, all the mock exams that you previously did, if you haven't set yourself under this time pressure, you will have it now in the real exam. Try to keep a rate of about 20 questions every 10 to 11 minutes. At the end, this will give you 15 to 20 minutes time to revisit the questions where you were unsure about. Pay attention to the questions and read every word. Watch out for words like not, may, can, or must. Check how many answers are required and select only the number indicated. Expect many questions with multiple answers where you don't know how many answers are correct. For questions where you are unsure, you will not have time to Google them or to read a Scrum guide. Actually, you cannot even select with copy and paste the questions. My advice is to read the questions again and see if you have missed anything. Select the answer that you think are most appropriate. Again, don't rely on your fact that you will be able to Google questions or to review any materials that you have. And when the time expires, it's gone. You will have the exam result instantly. And that's about it. Good luck! Let me know in the comment section below if this was helpful, and especially if after passing the exam you have anything else to add, just leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hopefully it will help others discover it as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.